Love Adventures, and welcome back to another video. As you might be able to tell, I'm actually back on AI Dungeon. I tried out the Wikipedia video. It seemed pretty well received. A lot of people actually viewed it. I think it's my most viewed video right now. So that's good, and I'll definitely be switching back and forth between the two some. But right now I actually wanted to try something that I thought of a couple weeks ago and thought that might be interesting. So as you know, I input text into this AI and it generates a story based off of it. So what we're doing today is taking the lyrics to the song Fireflies by Owl City, and I'll go ahead and throw in a little clip of the song there. Try to keep that clip pretty short because I don't want to get copyright struck. I believe it would be copyright struck by playing too much of the song. But I will put the link to the full song in the description. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. It's a great song, but it's pretty renowned for having really confusing lyrics. And so I wondered, how would the AI take this? So we're going to enter this AI and just enter in these lyrics. Try to find the best way to do that. So I'm going to start a new game. And as you can see, normally I play with it on dark mode because it's a little bit easier probably to view, I would imagine seeing it on dark mode is a little bit easier than the bright white background. Also, it looks kind of cooler that way in my opinion, like the black on green. But now I've got red on white. Because this page is white as well, so when I'm switching between these two, I don't want y'all to be blinded every time it switches from black to white. Single player. Fireflies is kind of fantasy-like, so we're going to go with fantasy as the theme there. Select a character. I'm going to say this is probably fairy. That's actually new. They didn't have fairy last time. Maybe I could use fairy? Either noble or fairy. It's about fireflies. I'm going to say probably fairy. That might make the most sense. Yeah, we're going to go with fairy. Enter your character's name. Just going to go ahead and do Owl City because that's the name of the band. Great. Verify email. Send email. Check verified. Check verified. Not been verified. Oh, great. Okay. I'm going to go fix that, and then I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got that figured out. So let's see what it's given us to begin with. You are Owl City, a fairy living in the kingdom of Larian. You live in a fairy realm, hidden under a grassy hill near the castle. Your skin is a light tinge of blue, your wings sparkle in the sunlight, and you are very small and good at hiding. You are fascinated by humans and love to watch them from their flowers where you blend in. While you are hiding, suddenly you see a group of dark knights approaching the castle. You must warn the king. You find a beautiful blue flower with yellow center and hide amongst its many spikes. So I'm going to switch it to say because, yeah, my person is just going to be singing this song. Okay, start of verse 1. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. Okay. Say that. You say, you would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies, yada yada. You decide to engage in an interesting way of sleep. You take out your mosquito net and cover yourself with it. I guess that makes sense, as I fell asleep and so it's making me fall asleep. Next line. I think the next line, yeah. Stayed for the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You sit cross-legged in your yellow nightgown and embroider a picture of a flower on it. Okay, that's kind of irrelevant. But it's actually still seeming to take that as valid input. So I'm going to keep going with, you'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. You decide to play some music. I wonder if it's figured out, like, does it know songs like this? You take out your lute and begin to play a sweet song. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. You go to the window and throw it open. I wish the people were dancing and wishes could come true. You close your eyes and listen to the music as it slowly fades from reality. That's not depressing. Next line. So as y'all can probably tell, this is going to be a shorter video. But I'm just going to go through this and kind of see what happens. Say, it's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep because everything is never as it seems. Suddenly you are awoken by piercing screams coming from outside the window. You sit up, finding a human lying on the grass with their throat ripped out. You scream, waking yourself up. Okay, I'm glad that was a dream. I believe in my first go at this, where wizards became more powerful than I thought. I'll actually link that video at the end, but in that one, the AI decided to become increasingly violent, without me really wanting it to. Next verse. Because I'd get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they tried to teach me how to dance. What's funny was it already said something up here. I wish the people were dancing. So I wonder how it will take the teach me how to dance phrase there. You take a deep breath and force yourself to fall back asleep. You decide you need to learn how to be more careful in the future. You wake up in the morning. It's a good time to wake up. It split these two into two separate lines, so I'm going to actually take it as it's written here. A foxtrot above my head. You change out of your nightgown and head into the garden. You take a seat on the bench and begin to count how many times the sun rises and sets. You stay awake for a very long time if you're doing that. A sock hop beneath my bed. I don't know what a foxtrot or a sock hop is, besides just lyrical poetry. You begin to carve your name into the wooden bench with a tiny knife. I wish I had 2 left feet, but only in dreams. You get up and decide to try something a little harder. A disco ball is just hanging by a thread. You go back to the bench and carve a smile into it. And then it repeated itself. I wish I had 2 left feet, but only in dreams. You get up and decide to try something a little harder. Well, what's harder than making yourself believe that Earth turns slowly? So, I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. You go back to the bench and carve a frown into it. I wish I had 2 left feet, but only in dreams. You get up and begin to dance to music only you can hear. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because everything is never as it seems when I fall asleep. seems when I fall asleep. You begin to dance until you need to sleep again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Okay. Well, at least it's not 2020 anymore. Leave my door open just a crack. So I say, leave my door open just a crack. You stretch and do a few warm-ups before you begin to play. 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year. The crowd cheers as you begin to play. Please take me away from here. You begin to play the song. It's a beautiful song, one you could see anyone enjoying, but you are playing it just for the man in the shadows. Because I feel like such an insomniac. You say, because I feel like such an insomniac. What? Quest completed. Help someone without being seen. Okay. Because I feel like such an insomniac, you begin to play even more passionately. Please put the music back on so I can let go of this world. You stop playing and begin to cry. Yipes. Okay. Oh no, and the next line is, please take me away from here. That's not a good line to follow that up with. The man gets up and walks slowly towards you. He reaches out and touches your shoulder. Please take me away from here. You jump up and begin to dance in circles, faster and faster. Why do I tire of counting sheep? You fall to the ground and begin to count the blades of grass. I need more than sheep could ever bring. Suddenly, the sun emerges over the horizon. You look up to find the man gone. Please take me away from here again. You lie on the ground and close your eyes. You're too tired to do anything else. Why can't I sleep through the night? You drift off to sleep and begin to dream. When I'm far too tired to fall asleep. In your dream, you are in a wide, featureless plain alone. All around you, the plain rises and falls and shifts like water. You see a pale horse galloping towards you. To 10 million fireflies, I'm weird 'cause I hate goodbyes. I got misty eyes as they said farewell, they said farewell. And that's all one line. That's a long line, but I think the AI can take it. As they said farewell, they said... I'm going to see what happens if I leave this in parentheses. Hopefully it won't break. You jump up and begin to dance. You dance with such joy and passion you seem to be the one with the air around you. This is the best night of my life. Okay? But I'll know where several are if my dreams get real bizarre, because I saved a few, and I keep them in a jar. Jar, jar, jar. I'm not going to repeat the jar there. I mean, in the song, it's not really a phrase. It's, jar kind of like fades. So I don't think it's that important. You look down and see 10 million tiny fireflies. Hold up. It remembers things. There are actually 10 million. Oh, but, I mean, I only kept several of them. But hey, it did a good thing. It did a good thing. You quickly cover it back up, lest the fireflies escape. Suddenly, the wind picks up. You feel the ground start to shake. I'd like to make myself believe the planet Earth turns slowly. The fireflies begin to flicker. You see them all moving as one. They shift like they are alive. The jar shakes in your hands as 10 million fireflies begin to circle around you. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because everything is never as it seems when I fall asleep. The jar shakes as the fireflies begin to swirl around you. This is the best night of my life. Suddenly, the jar slips out of your hands. You watch it fall and shatter on the ground. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. You wake to the smell of pancakes and coffee. You look to see your host and his wife standing over you smiling. Happy New Year, they both say and laugh. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because everything is never as it seems when I fall asleep. You say it's hard to say that you'd rather stay awake when you're asleep, because everything is never as it seems when you fall asleep. The woman walks into a room and returns with fresh pancakes and your coffee. She begins setting the table while her husband gets your bags from the car. Where are you headed next? Next, she asks. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It is not a response to the kind host lady's question, but she stops what she's doing to look at you. Her eyes are full of sadness and her mouth a thin line. She doesn't move for a while and just stares at you before turning back to the task at hand. I'm not sure I'd have that much of a different reaction, honestly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because my dreams are bursting at the seams. The final line of the song. After they have eaten and you have finished your coffee, the man gets your bags from the car. I'm going to let it generate a bit more story. We have a friend on the ferry who will be able to drop you off at your next stop. He says, we'll meet you there later. They kiss and hug before driving off. Into the sunset. The end. For a song renowned for being confusing and having multiple meanings, I'm going to say that actually made some sense. Not a ton of sense, but I'm almost impressed, honestly. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Well, that's the end of this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. God bless.